Hi, I'm Casper. I'm in the cinema promoting Sleepy Hollow, Tim Burton's film. It's really cool. Watch it, or die. My family's related to the Van Tassels. Well, the names Van Tassel and Van Diens are related, and it's in the novel. And then actually, in the movie, my love interest is Katrina Van Tassel, so it's kind of, perverse. But that's Christina Ricci, and she's a sweetheart. And she was in the movie Casper, and my name is Casper! Went in and met with him. He's like, grow your hair long and become really pale. So I did. I mean, imagine Tim Burton wanting somebody pale for a film. It's odd, but it's definitely him. And I also gained 30 pounds for the role. Because in the novel, Brom Bones is this barrel-chested, larger-than-life town bully, prankster, and the main suitor for Katrina Van Tassel, played by Christina Ricci. And she starts flirting with Ichabod Crane when he comes into town in the novel to get Brom jealous so that he'll ask her to marry him. He does. It works. But in the film, instead of being like in the novel, which Ichabod Crane is this gawky, gangly, odd-looking man with a big nose and big ears, instead of that, he's Johnny Depp. And so Christina Ricci looks and says, Johnny Depp? Casper Van Dien. Johnny! She didn't even blink an eye. She just goes. We're out in the woods, way out there, and then there's our town that we built up in the woods, and they were getting calls from neighborhood villages going with UFO sightings from this, because it was just so eerie looking, but you couldn't help, even though it's spooky and scary, you couldn't help but step out into the woods and listen and watch and hear the crickets, or hear nothing, or hear them working, and seeing these lights, and seeing the mists and the fog come up, and the screams and the yells, and knowing exactly what it is. You're on this set, yeah, so you want to explore and you want to do it, and it's mud, and it's dirty, and it's cold, and it's wet, and it's London, and it's Tim Burton, and you're in his world, in his mind. Well, growing up in New Jersey, we had a guy named Mr. Schmidt that we had died in our house and committed suicide, and we used to feel like we felt his presence there in the house on Van Dien Avenue in Ridgewood, New Jersey. We used to feel like we felt it, especially in the barn where he supposedly hung himself. And we used to feel, you'd feel like a cold shock going through your body and be like, Mr. Schmidt. But it was kind of cool. It'd be like, ah! The very first shot, I go up against him, and I grab the sword with the two things in between, and smack! The axe breaks my finger. Very first shot. And I'm just going, and they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yes. And I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm going, if I say anything right now, if I go, my finger's broken, it really hurts a lot, that I figured they like cut my part in half and I'd be out of the movie really quick. I have 6 more nights to fight in this fight sequence, but they would have ended it right there and done something greater for somebody else. I'm thinking, I can either live with the pain now or live with the pain later when I watch the film and not see me in it. And I went, I'm fine, absolutely fine. Well, in Starship Troopers, on top of the big bug, I chipped 2 teeth, cracked 3 ribs, and got scarred up. But it was the best time of my life. This monkey, this chimp, I was watching it eat its feces, and then I had to do a photo shoot with it right afterwards. And they go, give the monkey a kiss. I'm like, oh man, like I'm trying to do this photo shoot with this monkey that just ate its own feces. And it goes down to look at it and looks up at me real cute and goes, ah! And it bites me right on the chin. I go, ah! And I go, what happened? And this monkey took off into the tree, and they're like, what did you do? I'm like, the monkey bit me. And they're like, no, it didn't. I go, yes, it did. And then I start bleeding. So I had to get a tetanus shot and everything. Yeah, the monkeys are great. I highly recommend getting a monkey. What a great pet. Star Trek was my favorite. I wanted to be James T. Kirk and make love to green women and women that morph and pink women and every kind of woman. That guy got it all. Captain Kirk, William Shatner, he the man. Just for that, I love science fiction, yes.